Hi guys, today I'll be taking a look at the latest 27-inch OLED gaming monitor from Samsung. This is the Odyssey G60SF, providing an insane 500Hz refresh rate aimed at both PC and console gamers. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So I'll be taking a closer look at the spec, testing it out and seeing how good the picture quality is, doing some gaming on my gaming PC, PlayStation 5 Pro and the Xbox Series X, together with seeing how well it performs as a productivity monitor, giving you my pros and cons to give you a better idea if it's worth getting or not. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Let's take a look at what you get inside the box. You get a monitor mount stand, the monitor arm, a power adapter with a DC connector, a 2-pin power cable, a bag containing a USB-A to USB-B cable, a HDMI 2.1 cable, a DisplayPort 1.4 cable, some documentation, and underneath here is the monitor. Installing the monitor stand is really easy to do. Just place the monitor arm in position until it locks into place and then attach the monitor stand by twisting it on until it clicks in. You can remove the stand by pushing down on this clip, and worth noting, on the back of the monitor you've got a 100 by 100 VESA mounting point, allowing you to use different monitor arms or even wall mount it. The back of the monitor has a grey metallic finish with the Samsung Odyssey logo on the left. It has a curved panel with a large center area, with the edges being quite thin. Around the monitor mount you have an LED ring light which provides some ambient lighting. Underneath you have the ports, which consists of a power button which also doubles up as a joystick to access the OSD. There's two USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 downstream ports, a USB-B upstream port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, two HDMI 2.1 ports, a DisplayPort 1.4 and a DC power connector. The monitor doesn't have any speakers, which is a bit of a shame. Taking a closer look at the monitor arm, it has a metallic silver finish with black plastic on the top and on the inside with the Samsung Odyssey logo on the bottom, and it has a rubber cable management tie at the back. The base of the monitor stand is flat, made of metal, which also has a metallic silver finish, giving a sturdy base, not taking up too much space on my desk, which is 150 centimeters by 70 centimeters. Coming around the front of the monitor, it has a silver frame with thin bezels and a chin which has a dark grey finish. There's a small tag in the middle that has Samsung written on there. The QD-OLED panel has an anti-glare coating which reduces reflection and glare, especially in brightly lit rooms. The monitor looks clean with a 27-inch screen, weighing just 6.9 kilograms with the stand. I've given some dimensions on the screen if you're after the sizing of it, so just hit the pause to see those values. You can easily make adjustments to the monitor, as you can move it up and down with a height adjustment of 120mm. You can tilt it forwards and backwards from -2 and 25 degrees and swivel it left and right up to 30 degrees in each direction. You can also flip from landscape to portrait in both directions. But one odd thing I did notice, when you plug in the power cable, there was a bit of movement on the ports, but once connected it was fine. But that part really didn't feel very well built. The picture quality on the monitor is really good. Colors look vibrant and sharp on the OLED panel, giving a 16:9 aspect ratio, providing a 2560 by 1440p resolution, so a QHD monitor. It has a PPI of 109, providing good text clarity, and as this is an OLED panel, you don't get any light bleed, helping to provide really inky blacks. The Samsung Odyssey G60SF is certified with VESA Display HDR True Black 500, giving stunning and accurate shadow detail with deeper blacks. It has a DCI P3 99% color gamut with a color depth of 1 billion, so 10-bit color. It gives excellent color accuracy, providing a more natural transition between hues, together with providing a contrast ratio of 1,000,000 to 1, providing vivid colors with great contrast levels, providing deep blacks. It supports HDR10+, which means that any games or content that you display which support it will look a lot better than in SDR. Viewing angles from left to right and up and down are excellent, with literally no reduction in picture quality. It has a peak brightness of 300 nits in SDR and 1000 nits in HDR, with my light meter reporting just under 1300 lux in HDR, with the performance being really good when gaming in a bright room with minimal reflections. Plus it supports a refresh rate of 500 Hz on both the HDMI 2.1 and the DisplayPort 1.4 when used in conjunction with display stream compression. The monitor has a glare-free screen with an anti-reflection film, helping to ensure you don't get any reflections, which is perfect when you're gaming in a bright room or you're sitting near a window with sunlight streaming through. It has an eye saver mode and flicker-free technology, helping to reduce eye strain and fatigue. On the negative side, the anti-reflection film can reduce color representation slightly on the display, and what this means is the colors won't seem as vivid as you'd see on a glossy panel where colors literally pop out. On to testing the monitor with my gaming PC, which is powered by MSI and built by CyberPower PC UK. Spec-wise, the CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 9950X with 16 cores. GPU is an MSI GeForce RTX 5090 32G Supreme SoC with 32 gigs GDDR7. It has 64 gigs of Kingston Fury Renegade DDR5 RAM. There's two 2TB MSI M.2 NVMe SSDs for storage. And if you want more details, check out the link in the description if you want more details on it. Now, gaming wise, seriously, this monitor is insanely fast at 1440p 500 Hz, with it being so smooth, providing excellent clarity levels, with it providing an awesome gaming experience. But remember, you'll need a decent graphics card that can handle it. Gaming on this monitor gives a seriously impressive experience on the 27-inch OLED display with a 0.03 millisecond response time, making this monitor fast. Clarity levels are stunning, with it supporting NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, making gameplay ultra smooth with no screen tearing or stuttering. I've played a number of different games on this monitor and they've looked incredible, with really sharp and vibrant colors together with inky black levels, giving a stunning experience with excellent contrast levels. In 1440p, the clarity levels are good, giving a great gaming experience, and size-wise the monitor is perfect for competitive gamers, with it being 27 inches, so it's ideal for FPS games. I also did a UFO test to test the motion blur, and this looked good with no motion blur at the higher refresh rate. If you're planning on getting this monitor or any other 1440p 500 Hz monitor, there's a couple of things worth noting. So when we say 500 Hz, this actually means that the monitor can update its image 500 times per second, meaning the monitor draws a brand new frame sent by your PC's graphics card. So your hardware must be capable of supporting that. So as a minimum, your PC's GPU will need to be an RTX 4080 or higher. Next, supporting 500 Hz doesn't only depend on the monitor, but also on the game you're playing, as it must allow uncapped high frame rates, and not all games are capable of supporting that, so make sure you do your research before buying one. On to console gaming, and there's two HDMI ports supporting HDMI 2.1. I've got it connected to my Xbox Series X, and looking in the settings, you can see that 4K 120 Hz and Dolby Vision for gaming is not supported, and looking in video modes, allow Dolby Vision is disabled and allow auto low latency is disabled, but that's fine as it's already in the lowest latency mode as it's optimized for gaming. So with a console, the maximum supported resolution is 1440p at 120 Hz, and the monitor supports variable refresh rate or VRR on the Xbox Series X, S and PlayStation 5. So not ideal as it obviously doesn't support 4K and it's limited to 120 Hz on the current gen consoles. So consoles wise, they don't really make the most of it as the monitor can support up to 500 Hz. But nevertheless, gaming on here worked pretty well regardless. The monitor is perfect for gaming, but you can also use it for productivity purposes as it has excellent color and contrast levels with good sharpness. Pixel density is not bad, with it having a PPI of 109, so text clarity is good whether you're gaming or doing any productivity work. Doing any creativity work in Adobe Photoshop is excellent with bold colors and contrast levels, giving great color accuracy, and working in Adobe Premiere Pro is good too. It would have been nice if the monitor had a built-in KVM and a Type-C port together with speakers. The monitor doesn't support picture-in-picture, which I'd say is fine for this size of monitor, as that's more useful on the larger screen or an ultra-wide. The back of the monitor has an LED light ring where you can select different effects or have a static color, together with being able to sync to the colors on the screen with the core sync option, which is quite nice and bright, with it able to provide some ambient lighting as it reflects off the wall behind. Taking a look in the OSD, which is controlled via the little joystick at the back of the monitor, allowing you to access the game settings and optimize your display settings like the brightness and contrast, together with various other settings like seeing a crosshair. It also acts as an on-off switch, and you can use it to scroll up and down through the menus. One of the biggest concerns with OLEDs is the screen burn-in or image retention. This is where an image is permanently displayed onto the screen. To protect against this, the Samsung Odyssey G60SF does have some OLED care options. The monitor has a unique dynamic cooling system built into the back of the monitor. These pulsating heat pipes release a coolant that diffuses heat, helping to reduce the core temperature and prevent burn-in. It also has a thermal modulation system which uses an algorithm to automatically control brightness and prevent overheating. Plus it has a logo and taskbar detection which automatically lowers the brightness, although it's not available in PC mode. And finally, the screen automatically dims after 10 minutes of no activity and comes back to regular brightness when any input is made, helping to prevent burn-in on the OLED panel. So in summary, the Samsung Odyssey G60SF 27-inch gaming monitor is an impressive monitor, giving an insanely smooth experience on a PC at 1440p with a 500Hz refresh rate, making it perfect for competitive gamers. But if you intended to use it on a console, I'd say it was a little bit overkill, as the maximum supported resolution is just 1440p at 120Hz. Price wise, I'd say it's actually quite competitive, coming in at just under $850 US, and in the UK it's just under £800. Negatives wise, it's a shame it doesn't have a KVM, Type-C port and built-in speakers, which in my opinion at this price point should really be standard. The screen has a matte finish and is glare free, giving no reflections in ambient lighting or in a bright room. But the issue with that is that it can reduce color representation slightly on the display, where the colors wouldn't seem as vibrant as you'd see on a glossy panel where the colors literally pop out. But nevertheless, this is an awesome OLED gaming monitor, perfect for competitive PC gamers. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new Samsung Odyssey G60SF gaming monitor. Do you think it's worth it? And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Check out my next video, which is the best value OLED monitor, coming up next. For those of you who got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Samsung, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.